Hello and welcome! So you're ready to dive into the world of Java programming. That's awesome. Our mission today is pretty straightforward. We're going to get your computer completely set up so you can write, compile, and run your very first program. By the end of this, you'll be totally ready to start coding.
So, let me ask you, are you ready to build something with Java? Because that's what this is all about, right? But, before any great builder can start their masterpiece, they have to get their workshop set up. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're building your digital coding workshop.
Okay, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the tools you're going to need, your Java Toolkit. Then, we'll pick out the right Java engine, the JDK, and get it installed. We'll tackle the one part that can be a little tricky, the path variable. But don't worry, we'll do it together. After that, we'll set up our code editor, VS Code, and then finally, we'll run a quick system check to make sure everything is good to go.
All right, first up, your Java Toolkit. To get started with Java, you really only need two essential things. Let's break down what they are and why you absolutely need both of them to get started.
So, the first tool is the place where you'll actually write your code. Now, you could use something super basic like Notepad, but a much better choice is what's called an Integrated Development Environment, or an IDE. Think of an IDE like VS Code as a complete high-tech workshop. It's not just for writing code. It helps you compile it, run it, and even find mistakes all in one spot. It's a real game changer, and that's why we're going to use VS Code.
The second essential tool is the Java Development Kit, or JDK. Now, if the IDE is our workshop, you can think of the JDK as the powerful engine that makes everything run. It has two really important jobs. First, it has the compiler called Javec, which translates the code you write into a language the computer can actually understand. And second, it has the runtime called Java, which takes those instructions and executes them. Bottom line, without the JDK, your Java code is just a bunch of text.
Okay, so we know we need the JDK. Easy enough. But which one? There are new versions of Java coming out all the time, and picking the right one is really key to making sure your learning experience is smooth and frustration-free.
So this brings us to a choice. Do we grab the absolute latest, newest version, or do we go with something called a long-term support version, or LTS? See, the newest versions have all the cool, cutting-edge features, but they might not be fully tested. An LTS version, like Java 17, is proven to be super stable and it gets security updates for years. When you're just starting out, believe me, stability is king. That's why we're going with Java 17.
Decision made. We're going with Java 17. So now it's time to actually get our hands dirty. Let's go to the official Oracle website and get that Java engine downloaded and installed on our machine.
The good news is this part is really simple. You just go to Oracle's Java download page, find and click on the tab for Java 17, and then download the right installer for your computer, whether that's Windows, Mac, or Linux. Once it's downloaded, just run the installer. The key here is don't overthink it. Just click Next all the way through. The default settings are perfectly fine for what we need.
All right, we've arrived at the one step that can sometimes trip people up, setting something called the path variable. But don't let the name scare you off. All we're doing here is basically telling our computer where it can find the new Java tools we just installed. It's not as scary as it sounds, and I'll walk you through every single click.
So think about it for a second. If you open up a command window and just type Javac, how on earth does your computer know what that command means or where to find the program to run it? The honest answer is, right now, it doesn't. You'd probably just get an error message. And that is the exact problem that this path variable solves.
The best way to think about the path variable is that it's like an address book for your computer's command line. What we're about to do is add a new entry to that address book, the exact street address of our JDK's tool folder. Once that's in there, your computer will know exactly where to look for Java and Javac, no matter which folder you're in.
Okay, let's go add that address. First things first, we need to find it. On a Windows computer, this is usually under C, Program Files, then inside a Java folder, then JDK 17, and finally a folder called bin. That bin folder is what we're looking for. It's where all the command line tools live. Once you're inside that folder, just click on the address bar at the very top of the window and copy that full path. Then pop open your Start menu and just search for environment variables.
In the window that pops up, look down for the System Variable section. Find the one named Path and give it a double click. You'll see a list of other paths. That's the address book. All you have to do is click the New button, paste in that bin folder address you just copied, and then just click OK on all the open windows to close them and save your changes. That's it. Now this next part is super important, and it will save you a ton of frustration. If you already had a command prompt or a terminal window open before you made this change, it doesn't know about the new address book entry. You have to close that window completely and open a brand new one for the change to actually work.
Excellent work. We are past the trickiest part. The Java engine is installed, and our computer knows exactly where to find it. Now we get to set up our workshop, the place we'll be spending our time writing code, Visual Studio Code.
And more good news, this installation is even easier than the last one. Just go to the official VS Code website, download the installer for your computer, and run it. Just like with the JDK, you can safely just click next to all the default settings. It's a fantastic tool, it's free, and it has amazing support for Java, which makes it absolutely perfect for us.
We have made it to the final, and honestly, the most satisfying step, the system check. It's time to make sure our mission was a complete success and that all systems are go for coding. Okay, here we go, the moment of truth. Open up a brand new command prompt, or you could even use the terminal that's built right into VS Code. First, type java-version and hit enter. You should see it report back the version number. Then do the same thing with java-version and hit enter again. If both of those commands worked and they both show you version 17, then congratulations, you did it. Your setup is absolutely perfect.
And just like that, your digital workshop is officially open for business. The foundation is solid, all your tools are in place, and you are completely ready to start building. The entire world of Java is right at your fingertips. Now, the only question is, what are you going to create first?